Hello, hello. Welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So, I wanted to make a quick check of the energies. And so I opened a few cards, past, present, future, and underlying energy, what was under the deck. And so we are talking here about a situation that you needed to heal from. So you might be in the process of healing, or you might already have healed from it, which means that you decided to let go in some kind of way, right? So, in the past, what we have here, it is the Page of Swords in reverse. So we might have been dealing here with somebody who was very confusing to you, right? It might be all talks, no action, people who will say whatever they feel that is appropriate to say in the moment, but at the end of the day, you never see anything, right, happening. We might also be talking here about gossip. Um, and then, in the present time, we have the moon in reverse, right? So, kind of feel that there is a lifted confusion. People might have misinterpreted some kind of situation. There is here this energy of deception, of disbelief with this moon right now. And in the future, we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. This is giving up. This is somebody who might have been defending their story, their uh, narrative, their ego, even maybe, right? So they have been very, very protective in the past, but now there is some kind of surrendering, giving up, weakness, right? Whatever narrative they made up. With the moon here, we know that they created some kind of confusion. There were things that were hidden, right? They didn't come clean. Those two cards here are truly telling me that they might have been lies made up, right? With the Page of Swords, we have the gossip energy here. So I kind of feel that there was some kind of gossip creating some kind of confusion, and now this confusion is lifted. The moon is in reverse, so whatever was hidden is now seen, right? And so this person cannot defend themselves. And it kind of feels that the reason why, because under the deck we have this Tree of Swords in reverse, right? So there was a betrayal, but you are healing. So all this situation is coming up now because I kind of feel, starting with this element of the Page of Swords and the gossip, and you healing, I already talked about it. People will gossip about you, trying to defend their own story, influence people to come to their side. But at the end of the day, people are wondering, why are you talking about this person all the time? You are making me curious about this person. And then they are going and checking on you, and what they see, it doesn't fit the narrative, right? So this is truly what I feel here. We will get a little bit deeper into that and get a little bit more information. What am I doing here? Yeah, I will leave it like this. Can you see it all? Yes, you absolutely can. So let's see here what we are getting about this Page of Swords in reverse, the gossip, the lies, the manipulation, the confusion. With the Page of Swords in reverse, we are also talking about confusion and being next to this moon, which is lifting the confusion. Kind of feel that somebody might have been confused, or somebody has intentionally created confusion. It might be both, right? So let's see here. You know what? I will put it up so you can see it better. So tell me here, please, about this Page of Swords in reverse. What should we know? Yeah. Manipulation. We are getting here the information. It might even be that somebody wanted to keep you stuck with those manipulations, right? We have the star here. So it kind of feels that somebody was truly acting, thinking that it would allow them to keep some kind of direction. But at the end of the day, we have the world here in reverse. They maybe thought that by making up those lies, it would allow them to simply continue on their path, thinking that it was just a lie in the momentum and then we are moving forward. With this world here in reverse, the cycle is not ending, right? And we have the magician here. This is a manipulator. Yeah, so it kind of feels that the confusion was very intentional here, right? Tell me more here, please. The Eight of Wands, a lot of talks, a lot of talk. Yeah, so listen, with this Eight of Wands, right? Focused energy, a lot of talks, a lot of communication. This is bringing me back to the energy of the gossip of this Page of Swords in reverse, right? I kind of truly feel here, right, that you might have understood something. With the star card here, kind of feel that there was some kind of, somebody might have underestimated your level of understanding, right? And thinking that they could block you in some kind of way with manipulations. At the end of the day, they might have tried to confuse people about the truth, block the truth, kind of feel the smear campaign here. With this Eight of Wands, it's a lot of focused on you, a lot of energy and talks about you, right? Yeah, it was truly about keeping you stuck here, the world in reverse. But as said, at the end of the day, they are the ones that are stuck. With this moon in reverse and the Seven of Wands in reverse, they cannot defend themselves. Give me one more here, please, about this Page of Swords, the Sun in reverse. Yeah, no happiness, no growth, no innocence. Yeah, they were hiding, they were trying to hide something, right? This was the intention, to hide something. So there is here something with the star, right, and the sun in reverse. There is here something that you could see clearly, right? And they were trying to control the situation. This is truly what I feel. With manipulations, with a lot of talks about you. Yeah, while they were, in fact, they were hiding facts. You know, it's like if somebody will talk about, it kind of reminds me of reactive abuse, right? Somebody who is poking the bear, poking you, hoping that at a certain moment you will react, and that all what people will see, it is your reaction, right? And so they are talking about your reaction without ever saying the reality of the story, right? Kind of feel something like that, you know, like maybe you have taken distance from a person and they will say about you that you lost your mind and you are too sensitive and you are overreacting and you are selfish, I don't know, whatever, right? Without ever telling what they did in the past, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see here what we are getting with this moon in reverse. This is in the present. This is in the present. Whatever was hidden is coming to the light. People might be in disbelief, right? There is a lot of deception here. Tell me the moon in reverse. The Seven of Pentacles. in reverse. Ooh, the Knight of Swords in reverse. This is my smear campaign card, right? Okay, tell me more. The Moon in reverse. The Empress in reverse. Wait, I just want to check that you can see all the cards you can. Okay, listen, we might be talking here about a mother figure. It doesn't have to be. We have the Karmic Feminine card here. Doesn't have to be a feminine, right? I didn't do my intro, but if I'm talking about the genders, I'm talking about the energy. So apply it however it applies, right? Also, obviously, this is a collective reading, which means that it's a group reading. It might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. You are already supposed to be aware of what's going on here, or because you know, or because intuitively it resonates with you and your story, right? And this can be past, present, future for you. So, yeah, we have the smear campaign card here. With the Empress in reverse, obviously we are talking here about someone karmic, right? So this is why I kind of feel that somebody was acting from their karmic feminine energy, even though it might also mean that they have presented you as being a karmic, right? With the Seven of Pentacles here in reverse, I kind of feel that somebody was not very prudent. Do we say prudent? You have to be careful. Careful is the word, I think, yeah? Somebody was not careful because I kind of feel here with this Page of Swords in reverse that they were adapting their story according to who they were talking about, they were talking to, right? Because with the Seven of Pentacles here in reverse, there is no strategy with reflection, right? There is like somebody being impatient, not truly observing what they are doing. They are just doing. This is, and so at the end of the day, I kind of feel that the whole story, it doesn't fit because they might have said one story to a group of people and then another story to another group of people. We have the Knight of Swords here in reverse, right? So this is why I'm talking about the smear campaign, because it's very relevant here. With the Page of Swords in reverse, talking about gossip, we have the smear campaign here in the middle, with the moon. So the second that those two groups are meeting up, right? And they are talking about the narrative, immediately it's apparent that there is here something that is not okay, because the two stories are very, very different. It's like somebody has acted without even considering the fact that their whole story, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And we might be talking here, as said, a mother figure. So it might be somebody who's a mother. We might be talking about your mother. Might be talking about a stepmother. Might be talking about an ex, which is a baby mother, something like that, right? Tell me more here, please. The Five of Cups. I truly feel that they thought that they would do whatever they would do, right? And that it would just go away. I truly feel this energy, you know, of somebody pushing venom on your name, right? And then thinking, okay, they spread their venom and it's done and over with. But it's not. It's not. The story is still here. It's still alive. Right? And now there is some kind of revelation that is coming here with the moon in reverse. It feels like people are understanding now that there was some kind of plan of even blocking you, right? And this is why all those talks, and it was all coming from a very karmic place. We might talking here about someone who's jealous, envious, someone who wanted to take something from you. But at the end of the day, it kind of feels that they didn't truly succeed to take whatever they wanted to take. So yes, maybe they have created a lot of destruction. But with the Five of Cups here in reverse, there is once again this element of kind of healing, letting go, right? So I kind of feel here that they thought that they did what they did. They put the venom, and they were just things will happen by themselves, right? But I kind of also feel some kind of obsessive energy. Tell me here why the Strength came up. Yeah, they were trying to control the situation, right? But at the end of the day, you have the upper hand. We have the Queen of Cups here. What people can see about you, it is that you are somebody acting from your heart space. When they are not, they are all fake. The Empress in reverse, right? This is somebody, and as said, it can be a masculine. I kind of feel more the feminine, but we might be talking about the masculine. We are talking here about someone who even might use their charm in order to somehow confuse people about who they are. I saw a reel on Instagram. It was so fun. It was truly, somebody who was painting a fake person versus a real person. And the fake person is all, hi, I'm so happy to see you, all smiling and open and babe, and I love you, and you are my bestie, and all those kind of things. And then the real person, that was a little more introvert, right? They just said hi, this way, and I kind of feel here truly the energy of someone who is like all outside, making a lot of noise, bringing a lot of attention on them. The Empress in reverse, loves the attention, right? It's the kind of person that will have children, but it's just they are having children because this is adding to their image, right? They are not a good parent, but if you look on them on the socials, they present themselves as being the best parent that there is, right? Yeah, I kind of feel this is the energy that I feel here. Yeah, at the end of the day, what is happening now, it is that you regain the control of the situation, right? Because you are truly seen as this loving, caring, attentive, emotionally connected person. And I kind of understand here now the importance also of this Three of Swords in reverse that we have here, because this is truly talking about healing from a betrayal, from a heartbreak. So this is why it is so important, because if you wouldn't have healed, maybe what people would have seen, it is not the Queen of Cups, it might have been the Queen of Cups in reverse, right? So it doesn't reflect the same energy. But what people are seeing, it is that you maintain your heart space because you healed, right? And this is the whole difference. You didn't become a dark person, a karmic person. What people see, it is your good heart. Okay, tell me here about the Seven of Wands in reverse. I love to see that, right? Because we are in the future, and this is talking about surrendering and giving up. Like they are exhausted, their lies, the narrative that they created is exhausted because now people can see the truth. Tell me here, the Seven of Wands reverse. The Two of Cups in reverse. The Hermit. Yeah. King of Pentacles in reverse, listen. So, in the future, right, people are taking distance because they understand who they are dealing with, right? The Empress in reverse. A very, very karmic feminine here, right? There is here some kind of enlightenment. With the Hermit here, people have a level of understanding now about the person that they were dealing with. The person that they were dealing with was a liar, right? Somebody trying to get away with something, trying to manipulate a situation, attacking an innocent person. The Queen of Cups, right? So, with this King of Pentacles in reverse, this is just adding a layer, right? Because we are talking here about somebody that even might be guided by ego and money. Because for the King of Pentacles, it's very important their status, their ego, the way that they are looking, the way that people are looking at them. We are also talking here about someone who is corrupted, controlling, greedy, materialistic, status driven, right? So people now see behind the mask, because truly the King of Pentacles in reverse, they truly have a mask. It's the kind of person who will absolutely lie about what they have or what they don't have and how they have it, right? It is someone, you know, that could live with their parents, but they will present themselves as if their parents is living with them because they are so generous. You understand? Everything is fake. It's all fake. It's all a mask, right? It's all, I need to present myself a certain way. And it's based on nothing. Yeah. Yeah, there is here with the Hermit, people are getting a level of understanding about this person. And with the Two of Cups in reverse here, they are taking distance. They don't want to deal with this person. They don't. Considering that right now we are in this energy of the Moon in reverse, kind of feel that right now people are truly even shocked a little bit, right? They are shocked, they are understanding here something. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands in reverse. The Five of Cups in reverse. Interesting. So listen, it truly feels here, right now, right? Let's say that this person has a group of friends, right? Chances are that, you know, when you are a King of Pentacles in reverse, you surround yourself with people who you think will shine a good light on you, right? Chances are that it's people that have some kind of status, or that maybe can shine on them some kind of wealth, something like that, right? I kind of feel here that those people truly thought that they had a friend. They truly believe this person, because I kind of feel that we might be talking about someone who is charming. You know, the Empress in reverse, we have this energy. I see a snake in front of me, right? That is kind of hypnotizing you by who they present themselves to be, right? They might also surround themselves with people that have a lack of confidence, and they will come in and they will immediately compliment those people, right? Make them feel a certain kind of way. No, this is also an issue when somebody has no confidence. I'm thinking about a discussion that I had with someone, and we were talking about someone that I don't truly know, so I don't truly have an opinion. But this person was telling me, because this person was entered in my life at a period that it was complicated for me. I I will always be there for them. They will, it doesn't matter who they are, what they are, all of this doesn't matter. Because I was in a difficult moment in my life, and this is the time when they came into my life, it doesn't matter, right? Who they are, whatever they do, like we are talking about God, right? This person became God because they just arrived on the right time in somebody's life. You know, this is a little bit the issue with lack of confidence. You know, it's kind of, it might be easy to manipulate you, grab you with a few words, right? So I kind of feel that this King of Pentacles reverse here, they knew how to surround themselves with people maybe who had a lack of confidence. Yeah, so I kind of feel that there is now this element of still maybe being in doubt, right? Because we have here this Five of Cups in reverse, so I kind of feel that in the future there will be a total release of this person. But I kind of feel that right now it is still, you know, I already talked about the cult. Let's paint this King of Pentacles reverse as a cult leader, and I don't think that we are talking about a cult leader here, right? But we can talk about someone who has created a whole social group around them, right? Because they are manipulative, right? They are using their intelligence in order to trap people around them, right? So I kind of feel, you know, when some people are awakening to the truth, they are not immediately in the beginning, there is some kind of confusion, right? So I kind of feel that right now we are in this confusion, but we are heading towards a total release, total release. People seeing this person for who they are. Somebody corrupted, a liar, a liar. One more here. Yeah, the Seven of Swords. Liar, manipulator, cheater, thief, backstabber. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to closure here. Let's go to closure. You know, the energy that I'm feeling right now, it is kind of a stuck energy, right? Like people are in their minds right now, a little bit in shock. I don't feel a whole ton of gossip. Maybe I'm wrong, right? But it's kind of, I kind of even feel that people are a little bit afraid to speak up for some kind of reason, maybe because of how this Empress in reverse has created this environment around them. Tell me here, closure please. The Devil in reverse. And the Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you see, with the Page of Swords in reverse, there is all talk, no action. I kind of feel that right now, the phase that we are in, it's exactly what I was feeling, right? So there is here some kind of detachment that is happening, right? I kind of feel that people might also be afraid because they truly trusted this person and they might be afraid of the backlash that they will get, right? They need to realize that there are too many people there, and if they unite, whatever the person is saying, it won't be relevant because nobody will listen to this Empress in reverse, right? But I kind of feel that right now, what is happening here, it is still, you know, like in kind of a silent gossip, you know. People are uniting themselves, but we are in the phase of this detachment, right? The Devil in reverse. Is there anything else that you want me to know about this? Look, the Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah, we are talking here about a karmic group. They are not celebrating anymore. I kind of feel that they are trying now in some kind of protective, in some kind of way. The download that I'm getting, it is people, you know, in a group, so they will be the person that will say, I can't believe that this person is such a liar and they used us and they lied to us and I want this person out. And then there is the enabler, yes, but you know, it's because they are going through a difficult period and all those kind of things. This is the download that I get. People sitting together without the Empress in reverse even being aware that they are meeting up, right? And it's all about, okay, what are we doing about the situation, right? This is truly what I feel here. Page of Swords in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, the Devil in reverse. Yeah, and they are talking about detaching from this person. This is the subject here. Yeah, I kind of feel that now this Empress in reverse, they made you the subject of gossip. Now they are truly the subject of gossip, right? Anything more that you want to tell us about all of this situation here? The King of Wands, listen, at the end of the day, yeah, we know it anyway, right? Because I was looking at this moon. At the end of the day, what is going to happen, it is that people will move forward, right? They will move forward. The King of Wands, it's not a coward. It is somebody who's moving forward, who's being courageous. You know, there might be a deeper dimension there because they might know now, understand now, for example, that this person using their environment here, they have created some kind of destruction. This is what I'm getting here with this King of Wands, because this is telling us that there is here a need of being courageous, of doing the right thing, being inspired, intuitive, and being courageous. So I kind of feel here that there is some kind of element of reparation, and this is what they are talking about. This is what they are talking about. They might understand that they have, because they believed in all the gossip and all those things, they might have created a very toxic environment around you, right? And that you are not the devil. You are not. They were connected to somebody karmic who made up all those kind of stories, right? Which made your environment being very, very toxic towards you. So yeah, with this King of Wands here, kind of feel that there is some kind of courage that will be necessary, and that will happen. We know that it will happen because, first of all, the King of Wands here is in the upright, and we have the Seven of Wands here in reverse, right? Saying that this person will not able to defend themselves, they will have to surrender, they will have to give up their excuses, all of it, right? They are exhausted, they won't be able to defend themselves. Simple, right? Okay, so listen, I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful, that it was maybe even healing. I'll see you in the comments. Until very, very soon. Bye.